Good afternoon, friends. I'm Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and it's time for some creative ink. I am a little bit late, running behind here today, but we are here, and I have a fabulous project to share with you. I'm just putting a little designer paper on an envelope flap here. So yes, I have a great design today. It's called an easel card today. So it's a fun fold, and it is so simple and easy. We're going to use some new product. Let me get the name of these. The Scallop Blooms Dies. So we're going to have a fun shape for our card as well as a fun fold. So come on in, say hello, let me know where you're from. I'm Nancy Thompson. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Skaneateles, New York, and I welcome you. I love to share creative ideas with you so you're inspired to share with others and make the world a kinder place. So come on in. Okay, we've got our first person. Hello, Shirley. Welcome, welcome. So let me know if you have tried an easel card. And the best way, I don't know if I'm going to do a PDF for this one, but definitely when I do a card sketch card on Wednesdays, generally they're card sketches on Wednesdays, those are the PDFs I put in my newsletter. So if you love those PDFs, make sure you subscribe to my newsletter at createwithnancy.com. And click that subscribe now button. One is for my blog and one is for the newsletter, okay? I am so bad at blogging at the moment, so but if you want to get a notification when I do blog, then subscribe to the blog newsletter as well. Okay, let's get started because we got new product to share today. So I've got this because the new catalog went live on Wednesday, and I can share this with you. We can open it up, and let me find where this is. I didn't look ahead of time, so I apologize. Here we go. This is the Bloom Boutique Suite right here, and look at all this fabulous stuff. We've got dies, we've got stamp sets. The Bloom Boutique has 2 bundles in this one, and this beautiful designer paper. So we've got the Scallop Blooms bundle, which comes with a word set, and then we've got stamps and dies for the flowers. Okay, I love these scallop dies. We're going to look at them a little bit closer. So you can find this on page 16, and there's even more. You can get 2-tone cardstock in a sorted package. There's also some designer paper and sticker sheet, and also a scrapbooking workshop kit as well in this collection. So okay, and there's some beautiful ink colors that go. So that suite all features ink color, the new ink colors. And speaking of ink colors, look at these. I've talked about these new ink pads with the ink colors. We have Golden Glow, Hydrangea Hue, Barely Blush, Peaceful Pine, and Crisp Cantaloupe. These are our new pads this year, new colors this year, and also new pads. So these are our new magnetic pads. When Stampin' Up does a color refresh next year, all the pads will, all the 48 colors from going forward will be this style, okay? So these are fabulous. They are also a foam pad. A felt pad. We're switching from foam to felt. It holds up longer, and it's better for those lighter colors like Hydrangea Hue, so they don't change color in us, okay? The chemical makeup stays true. Okay, and the best thing is for the month, for the rest of the month until May 31st, you could get these 5 ink pads for free when you take advantage of our join kit, okay? It's $99. You can choose $125 in your kit, and free shipping. And these 5 ink pads will be added as well. So if you'd like more information about that, I'd be happy to chat with you about it, okay? So let's look at this fabulous designer paper. All right. It's just gorgeous. I love these petite little flowers. But they all feature the new ink colors. Okay, we've got these 6, and then let's look at the reverse. I may need to do this a little bit differently. Hang on. They're just simply, I might have two of these, so I'm missing one color, okay? Yeah, what color am I missing? But there's one missing, all right? But they are just fabulous, so check them out. And then these are the embellishments that come with those in colors. We've got these 2 different sizes of butterflies in the in colors, and these in color dots as well, okay? They go fabulously with this card we're gonna make today. Okay, what else do I wanna share with you? So here's the bundles. I forgot to grab this. So this is the word set right here, and stamps that go with these new scallop dies. This is better to look at it. They all nest within one another, which is fabulous. And just so you can see, the 2 dies we're using the second one and the 3rd largest, okay? But every other one has the stitching on it, which is really cool. But these are great that they nest together. And then we've got some labels over here. And I'm missing one. Here we go. This one. We're missing this label right there. Okay. These, I'm thinking, could be like, you know, like a tab, like where, so when you're doing a tag, okay, these right here. And then look at these fun leaves as well that come printed out, or that come punched out. So that's the Scallop Blooms die set that coordinates with the words right here, okay? And then this is the second bundle in that suite. Let me think here. This and these dies right here, okay? So we're going to use these standalone dies, okay? The leaves and the flowers, what we're going to use today. And this is like a 2-stepping stamp set, okay? You could either use it plain with the outline or use this to color in your flower very easily. And we've got some, you know, other little embellishments there. And the words we're using today, we're going to use these word sets today. I love these, all right? These are fabulous. And we're also using the Spotlight on Nature. So we're using phrases and frames and sending salutations as well as the Spotlight on Nature. So we're using a lot of fun stuff today. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Okay. What are we doing first? I'm going to show you how we're going to create our easel card, okay? So I've already die cut that second largest die with some designer paper, okay? And then I have a 4 1/4, I started with we're starting with a 4 1/4 by 8 inch piece of cardstock scored at 4 inches, okay? And I'm gonna just burnish this fold just a little bit there. And we're gonna bring in our emboss machine, okay? Because I want you to see how we're gonna create this fun fold. Okay. You know what? I put my dies away. Hang on. Let's grab those. We need those scallop dies again. So let's grab those. So we're going to use that second largest one, okay? And, okay, that doesn't want to go back in. And I've already misplaced a die. There's a little tiny leaf with the stamp set, the other bundle. Which one? This one right here. I have misplaced it. I know it's some here because I just used it, but we are gonna make do, okay? All right, so we're gonna create a fold out of our cardstock with our scallop. We're gonna create our card base with this, okay? I want 2 scallops flat on the edge, so I'm just gonna kind of hold it up so I make sure these 2 are flat down here along the edge. And you see how, and then, you know, just kind of center it on here so you make sure you don't cut anything off. And you see how there's a little bit of space left there that gives you our fold part, okay? So we're simply going to die cut this. And I got some new plates out. My other ones were the bottom, they were just getting dirty. You know, sometimes I need to clean them. They were just really kind of dirty. So new plates, I need to label them yet, but I will keep this one on the bottom, okay? And then I'm going to keep this one on the top always. So that helps keep your plates from warping, I think. I find they seem to last a lot longer. What I need to do is date them so I can truly see how long it takes. Okay, can you see that now? How we've got that little bit of space there, flatness. So we've got like a flat part of our card, okay? We're gonna bring in our paper trimmer. Because we cut 2 layers at once, sometimes the perforations just kind of stick together, okay? So we're done with that. So let's bring in our paper trimmer here. And we're gonna put a score line, okay, on the front. So this is my front, so I'm going to just kind of open it up. So we've got the front and the back side, okay? And I'm going to just kind of put this against, and this line should be kind of even. So I'm going to put this at the fold at the 2-inch mark, okay? And we are going to just score it, okay? It's going to score somewheres in the middle, you know, it's not going to be even in between here because I really wanted to make sure when I'm doing this that it stays flat and even, okay? That's all we have to do, all right? So we are going to, I'm going to just, we're going to take and fold this like this. Remember, this is an easel card, so I'm going to pronounce this easel, and it's not perfectly in half, and I'm okay with that, okay? So we just made sure that was nice and folded, and now we're going to apply this onto here. So we're going to put some adhesive on this lower part only from the fold down, okay? Because we want it to stand up like an easel. So let's do that. You can see this. And if it's directional, make sure you've got it going in the right direction. This one is pretty much an overall pattern. So we want to just kind of form this like so it's even, okay? So it fits, it's even with the scallop circle. All right, and that's all we have to do. See how that created that easel right there? Okay, there we go. So let's keep going with our easel. All right, so we have that, nested essentials, right? Is that what it was? Yeah, what was that called? Spotlight on Nature. Okay, so we're going to adhere this, okay, and hopefully I stamp it correctly. So we're going to put some flowers on this first. All right, so we're going to just put this down. We're going to center this because I wanted to make sure we saw some of that blue hydrangea hue. This is one of the new in colors. So I've already pre-cut some of this. And since I lost my little tiny flower die, I couldn't cut anymore. We're going to just cut this apart. So this will make several cards. I almost kind of like it because these are a little bit larger leaves anyways. So let's see, we're going to put one like that. So let's put a little glue dot here. Okay. And where did I have that again? Right there. Let's put that on there. So we got a little leaf hanging out. We can even put 2 there. Yeah, we could put another one there. Let's go with that. There we go. We're going to do 2. There we go. Okay, and then this one, we've die cutted this. I'm going to kind of put this into place. So let's adhere this down. Just put a little bit of glue. I'm trying not to touch the cutouts where the slots of splits are. There we go. So it's offset there. And then this is going to go here, and we're going to raise this up on some dimensionals. So let's add some dimensionals here. There we go. Okay, what do you guys think of this easel? Isn't it? It's fairly simple to do. And you could really do an easel with any shape. It could be rectangle. It could be, you know, a hexagon. It could be whatever you have in your stash. It could be a square, all right? Just as long as it fits in an envelope, right? All right, so we're gonna just attach this kind of like onto here like that. So I'm gonna put a few mini dimensionals on this flower. Just be careful they don't show to the front side. All right, because these petals are a little bit thin and my leaf is coming off. So let's stick this back on. There we go. All right, so let's put one more, like right here. I don't have any fingernails at the moment. Oh, let's put a little glue on our leaves because this is going to sit flat on our other flower here. There we go. Oh my goodness, there's a dimensional there. There we go. And I feel like I got a little bit of adhesive here. Something. Okay, how's that looking? Now, I think it's flat enough to stamp a greeting. We're going to stamp thinking of you. Here we go. We're going to use Secret C. Let's stamp thinking of you. I got to make sure this is flat. Let's see. There we go. Okay, I like that. Okay, and then we are going to take, I need a ruler here. We are going to take, did I do white or black? I did white on my other one, but I think I'm going to try black for this card. Okay, I'm going to make a bow. So I've got 16 inches of ribbon, and we're going to tie a quick bow here around this hair pick. And you could do bunny ears, you could use a meat fork, whatever you have on hand. All right, there we go. And we need a mini glue dot. Let's see, here we go. So times after I'm done, I put a little crease there so I can easily find it next time. So let's put this right up here, I think. You know what? We're gonna move this. Yeah, I guess we'll go like this. I guess that looks okay. All right, so let's do the inside. Okay, so see how this is like folded? So now we're going to take that third largest scallop. We're going to just put that on the inside, okay? And yeah, so let's just glue this down. Kind of line up your scallops. And I hope you guys, hope you miss me on Wednesday. I totally forgot to even post a reminder until somebody asked me if I was live today. So I totally messed up on that. I thought I would get something recorded, but you know how it goes, right? All right, so we're gonna add, I die cutted these leaves and this other flower, and we're going to add this onto the back here, okay? So let's just kind of turn these a little bit and get these to stick, okay? And then we're going to do lots of dimensionals on this because this is going to be like a raised platform. This is what's going to hold our easel in place. Hi, Joan. Welcome. So you want to make sure we got lots of dimensionals on this. So I'm going to be dimensional heavy. Let's do this. Actually, let's go like this. And then we're gonna do this, and I think this will work. Okay, so we're very dimensional heavy here, okay? All right, so let's get rid of my garbage here. Back of these dimensionals. Okay, we glued that down. I love this new ink color. It's just so pretty. Okay, so let's see, how did I do this? I think I'm just gonna kind of leave it down here a little bit, because this is just going to rest easily up there, okay? So it could go really anywhere. You don't want it too far in because it's just gonna make it go like that. And plus, we wanna leave a little bit of room to stamp. So we're gonna add our greeting in here, sending best wishes for health and healing, okay? So let's just send this, stamp this right up there. Beautiful. There's still a little bit of room. If you wanted to, you could go on the back. This cardstock is light enough to write on the back without adding anything else. So, okay, let's finish off this card. Isn't that just gorgeous? Do you like the black ribbon? You guys are going to have to tell me. Maybe I should change it to white. The new ink color ribbon just felt a little too heavy for this. So we are going to add some of these neat embellishments, okay? So let's take these new ink color dots here, and let's take the hydrangea hue, and grab a large one and a smaller one, and just add those there. And then we're going to take a large butterfly and add that right up here. There we go. All right, what do you think? Isn't that just a beautiful, cute little card? And I was trying to find, I was going to try to do a different size envelope, but I couldn't remember. It's been so long since I made a different size envelope. I was trying to find the sizes you could mail, whether a 4x4 is okay or not. I don't know. So I've got to check to see. It's been a while since I made one. All right, what do you think? Isn't that just beautiful? I love it. It's a cute little card. And it will, you know, it still fits in a regular size envelope. It just is a little bit larger, that's all. So you can kind of see, okay? But it's still fine to put it in here to mail. Okay, I've got only one other one made, okay? So I just ran out of time this morning. We were doing more wedding stuff. Hi, Donna, welcome. Oh, thank you. Okay, so there's that one, and I'll try and post these, okay? So I've got one made for the Crisp Cantaloupe and the Golden Glow, and I'm not sure, because I've been using the colored cardstock, right? And here's the Golden Glow, but if I use the Peaceful Pine with it, I'm not sure how that's gonna look on the Peaceful Pine DSP. So I gotta play around with that one, okay? So I'll try to post these for you all after I finish them, but these are just a fun and cute little card to create for somebody special. Isn't that just like a really special card for somebody? And just make sure as you're cutting, I missed a little tiny piece there, so make sure your die is on your cardstock appropriately. That one moved on me, so you don't, I mean, it just kind of blends in, so it's really neat. Thanks, Kathy. Hope you enjoy this, and come back next Wednesday for some more creative ink. And don't forget, it's you can order out of this catalog now, and if you're interested in Crafter's Tea, make sure to message me. If you got the newsletter, there's a form to sign up. My Thursday is full, but there's room on Friday, or you can also get a kit to go. And I share samples of what the card projects look like in the newsletter as well. So, okay, Oh yeah, Joan, I can remember you. So I'm glad to have you here. So make sure to share my video. And if there's anything you need, don't be afraid to reach out. And I know, isn't that just sweet? This would be a beautiful Mother's Day card. Uh, you know, or just, I think it's just a sweet thinking of you card as well. So anyways, yes, it's beautiful. I think all the in colors are great. So don't be afraid to use them, okay? All right, thank you for tuning in. Come back next Wednesday, either on Facebook or YouTube for some more Creative Ink. Until then,